Alrighty, what's up YouTube? This is my, I think fourth update video. Just updating on my fish rack, or my outside fish rack. Yeah, I actually have a couple plans for, I guess, this fish rack. Like I said, I want to expand it. But you know what? Having these heaters run all the time at night is actually kind of costly. So I'm planning to move this outside fish rack actually indoors to my garage. Again, it's not gonna happen like anytime really soon, but hopefully I do it before the temperature really drops, because yeah, these heaters are turning on so often, and I think it costs a lot. I think it costs about $1 a day or something like that. I'm not too sure. I haven't done the exact math, but yeah, it's pretty pricey. So your boy needs to save some money, so I'm probably gonna move it in the garage, and where the temperature is a little bit more constant. There's not, water flying everywhere if it rains. Therefore, like, I'm not gonna be, my tank won't like short or whatnot. But yeah, here's my 40-gallon. You might notice a few more fish. I did move the red Iranians into this tank, and I did get a few more. I remember a few of my other red Iranians died. I got a few more, so there is 5 in there, and then there's also 2 yellow rainbows and 2 millennium rainbows. So yeah, the plants are looking good. Everything's growing really well. I did start dosing with iron, potassium, nitrogen, and phosphorus in this tank. No Excel, because I have a jungle val, and if I dose Excel, it's gonna fucking melt back. So, or it's just gonna melt back. So, I don't want that to happen. But yeah, tank's looking good. You can see the lily right there. The color is awesome. So yeah, they're growing really well. This is 4 weeks in, so not crazy growth, but I've heard with lilies, after the X amount of time, they start just growing like crazy. So yeah, there's one of them, and then the second one's right here. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can. Well, it's back there. Yeah, so this one's growing a little bit more vigorously, just because I moved it above, or I moved it closer to the light. I am running only one floodlight on this tank. It's up there. I don't know if you can see it. So yeah, I'm still only running one floodlight, 30 watt, 65K. It does, grow these plants really well. It doesn't look like any plants are starving for light here, so that's good. But then again, all the plants I have are low light for the most part. My lutea, my crit right here, is doing alright. He's kind of melted back, so it's growing new leaves. You see the new growth on the bottom. I have a few old leaves on top still, so that's cool. What's doing really well in this tank is the Nubius. The Nubius back there, I have a few of them. Actually, I have 3 in this tank. 4 in this tank, actually. And they're doing really well. They're popping new leaves out, I think, once a week, which isn't too crazy fast, but then again, Anubias grow pretty slow, so whatever I can get, I'm pretty grateful or happy, So yeah, this tank is looking good, and I was actually thinking about actually doing more recent more not recent, but more frequent updates, just because I feel like every time I go through the fish rack, it's kind of a longer video, like 10-11 minutes, which is kind of long. So I might just cut it down to 5-minute videos or less, but just upload more frequently. And I actually want to get, oh my gosh, I'm addicted to buying stuff for my fish tank, or I'm just addicted to this stuff because I buy like something every week. With that being said, I think I want to buy some more yellow rainbows. This guy's looking gnarly back there. So they're still juveniles, but his colors are popping really well. But yeah, after I expand, so after I set up the 3 other 40 gallons I have, then I'll get some more rainbow fish, because right now everyone's kind of pushing into the smaller tanks, and I don't really want them in like these small tanks, because I want them to grow faster, and I don't want to overstock any of my tanks too badly, like this one right here. But yeah, let's head down right here to one of my 10s. This glare again because, you know, this is outside. So, but yeah, this is my 10-gallon, looking pretty good. I did cut down the water wisteria. So let me just sit down so the camera's more stable. But yeah, I did cut down the water wisteria in the back. So you might notice that from the last video the plants are a lot lower. I'm trying to get that bushier look, so I cut it down and replanted it. I did take the snails out last week, so you could tell from the growth. You got brown algae. There's actually some green algae on there too, which kind of sucks, but there's no snails in here, so I guess I have to skirt that up myself. I did get some more Java fern to the right hand side. This is supposed to be a red Java fern. Obviously it's not red right now, but I believe the new growths or the smaller leaves are supposed to have like a hue of red. I'm not sure. If not, big whoop, I don't really care, but it's a new variety of Java fern, so I just bought it. I picked it up at Petco at one of the gel tubes. Yeah, but the fish in this tank are doing really well. They're kind of scared because I just turned on the light, but you know, the angel's always up and about looking around. But yeah, this tank's doing really well. I've been dosing all four of these tanks almost every day with different types of stuff like XL, potassium, yada yada, flourish. But I haven't changed water, so I felt like I was changing water too often, so I kind of slowed it down. Gave my plants a chance to actually take in the nutrients, get some nitrogen kind of built up, which is good for the plants, but not too much to the point where, you know, my fish are kind of hating life inside the tank. But yeah, I haven't changed it since last week. I'm planning to change the tank in another 2 days, and then I'll clean the side glasses, and I'm actually gonna treat my tank for the Calamaeanus worms again, just because I was supposed to treat them the initial dose, and then 3 weeks after that I'm gonna treat them again, just in case there's any leftover babies or whatnot. Rainbow fish are going crazy. But yeah, right over here, bring you to the middle tank. This tank's kind of clustered. There is a lot of plants in here, almost overstocked, I think. So I'm pretty sure the fish are fine. The water is pretty clean. But yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up the nutrients level in this tank because there's so many plants. Everything's, you know, kind of picking up, you know, whatever's left, and I guess they're fighting for nutrients. Sad news is I did believe I lost a few of the babies. I know I had some babies in here. I still have 2, I believe, but I can't find the other 2, so I'm assuming they died. What's kind of cool though is the leaves that I pulled out the water wisteria. I don't know if you can see it through the mesh, but they're actually getting roots. So all these little leaves eventually, finally, after 2 weeks, they're starting to grow some roots. So eventually they'll turn into little plantlets, and I'll have a lot of water wisteria. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I did get some more plants in here also. If you look to the right hand side, you'll see some fern type of plant. It's actually they called it an Asian fern. It's a bulbitis something, I'm not too sure. I did read reviews on this actual plant, and people say it's not fully aquatic, and some people say it is. So I'm not sure. Hopefully I have some luck with this and it starts growing. If not that big of a deal. At least I have some experience with it. Now I know it's like not fully submersible or a full aquatic plant. But yeah, it does have really cool leaves. It has like a trident type of design, or well, it has like 2 smaller leaves on the side and then 1 large one in the middle, so that looks pretty cool. Bosemani is kind of just creeping, not really doing much. But yeah, my Windalov Java fern is doing really well, and in the back I did cut down the water wisteria, and in the far back I have trident, a big bush of it now. I did buy another a few more rhizomes of that. So yeah, this plant's really overstocked with this tank is really overstocked with plants. My bronze Wendidie is not doing crypt, is not doing so hot. It is still melting back. I did move it twice, so maybe that kind of affected the growth, but the growth rate. So it's probably still acclimating. This plant grows really slow, but you know, hopefully it grows in really full. I hope. Now we got this tank, my trouble child here. So this is a 10. Let's see what else. What can I show you in here? I did take out a lot of plants. I had I believe it was, yeah, Luguigia, I think. I took the Luguigia out. There was some mold growing in it, so I did take out all those containers, and I doused them in salt and hydrogen peroxide, and they bubbled up, so I wanted to disinfect them, and then I laid them out in the sun for a while. So I won't be using those in there because that fungus was spreading literally everywhere, and it wasn't allowing plants. It was killing the roots of the plants, so at that point I kind of just took it out. I did save these little, I think they're like dwarf pennywort little plantlets in the back, and I did pot them in a new pot. You can see it right behind that little Java fern. There's this little group of Java fern back there. So hopefully I don't get that fungus back. I did spot a little bit of fungus on the lily bulb, so I did put some hydrogen peroxide on the lily bulb in the far back. I'm not sure if you can see that back there. But I did put some hydrogen peroxide on that, so to kill the mold or fungus or whatever that was. So hopefully the bulb actually grows. It's been 4 weeks, pushing 4 weeks, and I just have little nubs of like either root or stem coming out. So at least it's growing. Hopefully I didn't really hinder it that much by dousing it with hydrogen peroxide, but you know how that goes. So anyways, I do have these 2 new plants. Like I said earlier, this is a Java fern. Now this Java fern is actually more, I've read it's more rare. It's not as common, obviously. It's called Thor's hammer, and it has these thick leaves right here. It kind of looks like the Windelov, except with thicker leaves, basically. Now it's a Java fern, so it does grow pretty slow, but hopefully it grows out really well. It has a lot of little plantlets, so hopefully that grows out really well, and I can start like a bush of it. In the back, it's called Java fern lettuce. Let's see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, it's called Java fern lettuce. It just looks like a messy leaf. It doesn't have like a definite structure, so each leaf looks definitely different. I don't know if this Java fern lettuce is the same thing as Java fern tropica. I've been trying to find Java fern tropica for a while, so if anyone has it, just hit me up because I love Java ferns. So yeah, yeah, but this tank's doing really well, I guess. I did destroy that fungus earlier, like 5 minutes before this video, but hopefully none of it comes back. I'm going to do a large water change on all 3 of these tanks soon, so probably in 2 days. The fish are doing really well. That male's just kind of just creeping out. The color is looking pretty good. I need to move these fish out of this tank soon because they're getting bigger. I don't want them to be stuck in here forever. But yeah, the lily in there is doing alright. It's not growing that fast. I was thinking that it would grow a lot faster since it's in a 10-gallon tank and the light is literally like 6 inches above the water. So hopefully it starts growing even faster, but we'll see. But yeah, let's see what else besides fish tanks and fish tanks. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna shoot more videos more often. That way, you know, my videos don't pull out to like 14 minutes because I have so much to say. And yeah, so I'll probably do 2 videos a week, probably. Or whenever I have a chance and have something on my mind, I'll probably shoot a video. And then I didn't show you the last quarantine tank, but nothing really in the tank. So yeah, this is a quarantine tank. Obviously nothing in it besides these little containers full of fluorite. So what I was doing is I plan to get more plants, but I want to get the bacteria kind of jump started in the substrate. So I did put the substrate in water I got the power head on, so hopefully the bacteria start to grow. That way when I plant in plants, they actually have something to, there's some nutrients in the substrate also. So that's my idea behind putting it in this little 30 or 29 or 25 gallon or whatnot. What I should have done was put the red Iranian rainbows in here, but I don't know. Yeah, I actually should have, so that's pretty bad because I was supposed to quarantine them, and actually one of them doesn't look way too hot, but I'm crossing my fingers and hopefully he pulls out or makes it through. But yeah, last look of my 40 breeder up here. Yeah, so I'll probably be back sometime mid next week or a few days shooting another video, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.